Antiochus, surnamed Ephesians.
Epiphanes. Antiochus Epiphanes. They say he was an evil root. Go ahead.
It reads, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and had reigned in the 117th year of the kingdom of Greece.
He had been in prison in Rome, held hostage. And he came back out. He come back out. He came back out to take over. Go ahead.
It reads, verse 11, in those days were there out of Israel wicked men.
In those days, out of Israel, wicked men. Go ahead.
It reads, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
They wanted to go and make a covenant with the heathen, man. Just like they did when they led us out. Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt. What did they say when he led them out of Egypt? Let me see if I can get that right quick. Let's see if I can find that. Man, can I get that? Let me see here. Can I find it?
Don't you let them know what it is. That's right there, man.
Don't worry about that, man. You worry about all the wrong
Man, Slack, go ahead and read. Okay, fine.
It says,
You talking about when they was in
Brothers out here to die. I know it's the 16th chapter, I think. I can't remember what book. Here it is. This is Exodus 16:1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai. And it says, on the 15th day of the second month, after departing out of the land of Egypt, the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we have died in the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and we did eat bread to be full. For ye have brought us into the wilderness to kill this whole congregation with hunger.
man.
They was like, look, we was in Egypt eating, chilling, eating good. We ain't died in. That's they complaining. And so they was loving that covenant that they had with the natural Gentiles, because we read it was natural Gentiles. They doing it right here again, many thousand years later, and with the Greeks. Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 11. It reads, we
call them sellouts. Uncle Tom, we names for them. Okay, we still got them. Go ahead.
It says, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen.
Let us make a covenant with them, man. They want to make an agreement. Go ahead.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
See, we had much sorrow. See, the Lord be trying you, man. The Lord, hey, the Lord look for the humble. That's it. And what did it say? The meek. That's gonna have the earth.
Yeah, that's Psalms 37 and 11.
Meek, man. Yeah, Jacob, they want to walk hand in hand with Satan. Look at it, he getting mad because it's coming out, trying to blow signs everywhere. Go ahead, read.
Verse 12, it reads, so this device pleases them. Verse 13, then certain of people who were so forward hearing, that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
See, they gave him license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Go ahead.
Verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the coarse customs of the heathen.
They built a gym. Gymnos, man. You go into the word gym, it goes to the word gymnos, meaning naked. That's why in the gym, you see cats walking around, and you go in the back, white men be walking, hey, Bob, let's go get in the sun. They butt naked. They ain't trying to cover up. That's how they do it. That's why when you go in a regular gym, you see cats lifting weights, they got a little spandex on. The little old, they showing all their body, females included. Right?
We're running around the track.
That's a covenant. Why you think all of us don't do it? Shit, I don't be hanging in gyms like that. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 15, it reads, it made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
Made themselves uncircumcised, but circumcision was a covenant with Adam and his generation. Be circumcised. So they made themselves uncircumcised. So if you circumcise and you make yourself uncircumcised, they was sewing foreskins back around. You see what I'm saying? They know how their head, that little meat below the head, sometimes that meat has some little hang on it. Stick that damn meat around there and sew that shit back up and cover it. That's what they were doing, man. Fucking crazy ass shit, man. Y'all know how y'all dig, look. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It reads, it says,
shit ugly, man.
enjoying themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
Sold to do mischief, man. To do wrong, man. You going against the Heavenly Father's covenant, bro. Man, go ahead.
Verse 16. Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt that he might have the dominion over 2 realms.
See, he had a dominion over 2 realms and jumped to 41. When he got that dominion, let's see what he was saying.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. And it reads, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
See, one people meaning what? That's New World Order. Should be one people. Go ahead.
It says verse 42, and everyone should leave his laws.
Leave his laws, so they were really talking about us. Y'all better leave them laws that y'all Heavenly Father gave y'all. And y'all preach with preaching. You better leave them. Go ahead.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king.
All them heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. They wanted to be hand in hand with Esau. Right? And then they do it now. These people right here, man, they want everything Esau do. Jake didn't want to be a part of it, man. You know,
You still gonna be a nigga.
Jake, Esau smoked cigars and drank Pinot Grigio. Jake gonna do it. You know, Esau had orgies back in the Greek days. Guess what? Jake them doing it now. They all on Pornhub. I love your cock. Second test. Like, move over, you're in the ass. I want to get in their pussy. Like, man, y'all motherfucking nasty, man. Y'all want to do everything Esau do. This shit is filthy. That's why I said this world is polluted, man.
I appreciate
That's why Micah 2 and 10, man. I did a video through the Spirit yesterday, man. This is not your rest, man. You see? Because it's polluted. This shit is polluted, man. With violence, with just mischief, everything, treachery, lies. It's filthy, man. You know,
women.
it's filthy.
I got proof of Proverbs 11:21 says, though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. You're going to be punished for trying to be right there with Esau.
Exactly.
You know? Go ahead. Go back to where we said.
Come back in 1 Maccabees.
And what the brothers reading here is this is when we became those Gentiles. This is the history of it, man. Because these people come up, well, you're a Gentile, I'm a Gentile. We're Gentiles like Jews and Gentiles are the same. No, that's not it. We were led in those nations. Paul said, I know you were led away after these dumb idols. So we was led away to these lands. We had to take on their name. If you was under the Greeks, they called you a Greek. If you grew up in that land. Which, when you grow up in that land, if you're not knowing you're an Israelite, if you grow up, that's just like people now. Helen, the word Helen, okay? People growing up in this land, they just think they're American. They have no clue they're Israelites. They speak the language. You got people that grow up Israelites because we were scattered, just growing up in Japan. They grow up, shoot your hut, hey, and he an Israelite, but he can't speak no English. He eat sushi, he eat squid, all them cusses because that's what his mama taught him. What his mama taught him, right? Because a lot of times when we back in them days, when they would kill us for disobeying, the mama would teach the kid the ways of the heathen to save his life. That's why we love that story. The Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, 7th chapter, when the woman, like all her sons get killed. Like it wasn't nothing about saving them. right? And this is the history of how we became those Gentiles, man. Then when you have Hellenists is like when you know you from you find out you're an Israelite. You grow up in these countries like we grew up, right? And you find out you a Israelite, right? And you come back to the law, statutes, commandments. Then you had what was called Hellenistas. They knew that they were Israelites and they practiced the laws and statutes, commandments. So even in Jerusalem, you had the scribes and the Pharisees who would go by the law, and they would look at everybody outside of Jerusalem who wasn't there as what? Gentiles. They would look at you as a heathen when you came back. Okay? Same way, like if you grew up out here in College Station, you grew up out there and all your life, and then you left and you were gone 30 years and come back, they're gonna be like, that boy didn't change. He talking proper, like he's somebody now. And you for right here, you know, that's how they gonna do you.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Just like when you leave them island countries, come to America, you ain't fucking Yankee. You go back to Jamaica, you gonna be considered a Yankee. Look at our Yankee boy. Look at it. It's your Yankee boy. Him no. That's how they gonna be looking at you the same way.
Yeah.
Him bum clad man. Yup, that's how they look at you. You see? So you got natural Gentiles, you got unnaturals, which is the Israelites who were led in those places. You got, when they grow up, they're gonna be Hellenistas or Hellenists. Okay? Them Hellenists, they don't know. Until you come back to these law, statutes, commandments, boom, now we converted back.
Done.
You see? Go ahead.
Verse 42. It reads, First Maccabees chapter 142. It says, and everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
See, many of the Israelites, they consented. They were like, all right, we're gonna do it just like they do now. Jake and them every Sunday morning they get up and they going up the most steps, going to the church house. You consent with Esau.
Exactly.
You go every Sunday when you go in there and sit on them hard ass church pews and come up there and get your little old $1
$20
and tell me I need to come to the altar to get saved. You consenting to Esau's religion, because the Heavenly Father ain't about that. When you read the scriptures, it's totally it's about obey these laws, statutes, commandments. It's history, okay, and then you got prophecies. Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 43, yea, many of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Profane the Sabbath. Ooh, go ahead.
Verse 44, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judea that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
See, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Go ahead.
Verse 45, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
Should profane your Sabbath and your festival days, man. We got high holy days now. Esau got brothers working on the Shabbats, man. You know, our high holy. You go tell Esau, man, this is my high holy day. I read the Bible, man. I'm one of the real Jews. You ain't gonna have no job. They gonna fire you. Okay? Hey, man, it's a Passover. I can't come and work all week. You're going to fire you. Hey, man, we're going through a Day of Atonement. I can't eat or drink nothing, so I can't work. They going to fire you.
That's it.
You see? Go ahead.
Verse 46, it says, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
And pollute the sanctuary and the holy people, man. Pollute it, man. Defile it, man. And they done it more than once when they ramshacked the temples in Jerusalem. Okay, that was right before it when the Romans came, 70 AD. They defiled it again. Okay, they defiled it before. Cyrus had to actually gave us the decree to build it again. When you go in the scriptures, okay, we build that temple and then boom, they come back and knock it down again. Okay, now this third temple we building now, this is spiritual. They can't come ramshack this. This is spiritual right here. This temple right here. This third temple. Okay.
Spiritual art.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 47. Set up altars and groves and chapels of the idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
See, sacrifice unclean beasts, swine's flesh. Jake and them be eating crabs, lobsters, mussels, shrimps, frog legs, scampi, scallops, shark, eel,
Crocodile,
whatever, crocodiles, alligators, slugs, calamari, that's octopus. They eat it all.
Yeah.
But then you give them a grasshopper with some chocolate on it, they look at you like you're crazy. But that's lawful.
Yeah.
See? That's one of the lawful things you can eat. You see? It's crazy. I don't like that. You want to eat a pig, you want some of your guts, don't you?
Yeah.
I love them. Put some hot sauce on it.
We got
Go ahead.
Verse 48.
Put some onions in it where it won't smell. Put a potato in it when you boil it, it won't smell. My house won't stink. Go ahead.
Verse 48. It reads that they should also lead their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable.
Make your souls abominable, man. They went straight against the covenant that was given to Abraham. Leaving the kids uncircumcised. Go ahead.
With all manner of uncleanliness and profanation.
Profanation, man. Profanation, man. Go ahead.
Verse 49. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinance.
That they'll forget the law, and then guess what? That was so heavy put on us, man, that they forgot it. Even now. Look at the people around here now. They just forgot the whole law, man. They forgot it, bro. They don't even know it. You speak on the law, they just be looking at you. Well, the Lord died. We ain't got to do the law no more. We got grace. All right. Hand him a gun and say, well, shoot somebody. I ain't doing that. Well, you going by the law then, right? I thought it was done away with. See? We established the law, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 50. And whoever would not do according to the commandments of the king,
So whoever won't obey the commandments of this king, right, these heathen, go ahead.
he said he should die.
He shall die. So they force you to do what, go by their laws, statutes, commandments.
That's it.
And then through the Roman Empire. But then the Lord put the spirit on in that time of the dark ages. But then he shut us off again and put us right back into that captivity. When we came right back into that transatlantic slave captivity, we lost everything again. We was like, look, we're gonna just do what these Gentiles want us to do, man.
That's it.
And that's been it.
That's it.
Just like the history of how we became the Gentiles. And it's more. Okay? And we're gonna continue this the next camp. Okay, Lord willing. All right? Because this battery about to go out. I don't want it to go out without saluting you brothers out. But we're gonna continue this where we left off. Okay, how we became these Gentiles, okay? Okay, that's the history in the Maccabees. We're gonna go expound on it more in the New Testament. Because in the New Testament, when you see the word Gentiles, it's not always talking about natural. It's talking about you Israelites who was led. That's the key. When you look up the word, when you see a 1484, that's ethnos. Ethnos is an Israelite. A tribe or a stock of culture. Okay? Now when we go into seeing Timothy's daddy and them different ones in Acts 16, Acts 6, we're going to know who they talking about. Who Paul came for. He came for you Gentiles that was outside of Jerusalem. Who was led away. Peter came to what the circumcision, and Paul came to the uncircumcision. We're going to read that. We're going to continue on. Okay? Because we don't want the camera to go out before we salute y'all out. So this is a continuation lesson, man. How we became these Gentiles. We're going to pick it up, Lord willing, if he allows us to come back out again in a day or two. Okay? We're going to come out, a day or two.